4. Pierre would have kicked that off and.
All right.
Switch match. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to draw number 2 of the Astec Safety Challenge here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center in Lloydminster, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. We are here with our live broadcast streaming on YouTube through the Lloydminster Curling Club. We have got Team Dunstone, number 8 ranked team in the world, number 3 ranked team in Alberta or in Canada, going up against Team Libbus from Okotoks here in the Astec Safety Challenge. My name is Kyle. I'm broadcasting with Lindsay, former Scotty Tournament of Hearts player. So she's going to be providing us with a whole bunch of insight today that I know I can't provide. So Lindsay, welcome to the broadcast. It's going to be an awesome day.
Oh my goodness, Kyle, thank you. It's so glad to be here today at the Astec Safety Challenge in sunny Lloydminster. We got a great day. We got a great looking crowd. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'll go and turn around.
We just saw the pregame practice happen. We just saw Matt Dunstone for the pin. And then we saw
pretty fresh 13-5 stuff in the gut, I would say.
So that means we got Dunstone with the hammer coming up here.
I think any sort of hits in the middle will.
So Lindsay, as you're preparing for a big event like this, and you're on the road and you're traveling, what's important to start a game off? What's important for the start of a bonspiel for you? And what kind of mindset are these guys getting into if they start a big week here in Lloydminster?
Yeah. This is a huge weekend, and thanks to Astec for all this sponsorship that we have. It's a big prize purse. So these guys are taking each game seriously. First game on the ice here for all of these teams. So really important for them to catch on to what the ice conditions are doing, to get all 4 sets of eyes for each team, look closely at the rocks and the speed. They might take this end a little bit more conservatively.
Yeah, you got it.
Play a few more hits, but who knows? We'll see. I think these teams are both very skilled enough that if they see the opportunity for a bunch of points, they're going to go for it. I can't wait to watch these guys here in Lloyd.
Here we go. First shots for Team Libbus, the lead, Michael Hendricks. You getting things underway. For those of you listening at home, you're going to hear the voice stylings of Jacob Libbus and Nathan Mulberg as they are mic'd up on the ice today. I will preface, you may hear some language. Lindsay and I heard a little bit as they were warming up. So, but again, they're going to provide you some insight of what professional curlers see, hear, and feel when they're on the ice. And there'll be different times where we cut away so we can just hear what they're talking about.
This is probably a better track for you.
And there you go. There's the voice stylings of Matt Dunstone and BJ Neufeld from Team Dunstone. They are two wired up as Ryan Harden gets ready to kick things off for Team Dunstone here as we start off draw number 2.
Good line.
Top 4.
Middle room.
Just line. We're there.
Kyle, we got a roster change here. I see that Mike Hendricks is throwing second stones.
There we go.
High as you can on this line.
That's 325.
Oh, Mike's throwing second. Oh,
that's fine.
That's 13-3.
13-3. Okay, well, 14.
Slides right behind the T line there.
So as we get going here,
13-3.
obviously, as Lindsay mentioned, we got a little bit of a roster change where Mike's not throwing lead rocks here. We'll have to give our stats people some help, right? Those people that are giving our stats here at the Astec Safety Challenge, we'll have to give it to them. But again, we're early stages of the game, setting the tone for what will be a fantastic game. If you're just joining us, 3 games this morning. All games went to the final ends or extra ends. And in extra ends, Team Goskins was able to sneak out a victory. And in a very entertaining game against Team Shumei, Team Schneider gave Mike McCune a run.
Yes, that was quite the battle.
It was fantastic to watch. Lots of fun.
Top 8, right beside it.
And then Team Sushinsky was able to pull one out as well as they took out Team Weeb in the A events. So lots of fun this morning, lots of great games. But now this afternoon, we've got 5 games on the ice. And we'll try and give you updates throughout the day on everything else that's going on. But obviously, we're going to stay focused on the game at hand.
Lots of room.
Ryan with his second shot here in the first end.
We just saw Team Libbus come up a little bit short on their rock, so opening the door here for Team Dunstone to get another rock in there.
Hard to bury anything. Hard. 14-3.
And it is Team Dunstone sitting shots 1 and 2.
So Lindsay, playing at a competitive level, when you've got the hammer to start the game, do you usually take an aggressive play off the get-go and really start to set the tone, or do you try and manipulate and play the chess match right off the get-go?
Oh yeah, our team has tried both styles, and you throw it to the wall and see what sticks for your personal team profile there. Looking like both teams here like a lot of rocks in play, so we might just see Dunstone go for his deuce with hammer.
So these teams, they play by the five rock rule, correct, in these events?
Yep.
So it does create a completely different game from what it used to be.
That's true. And actually, new to the rules this last year was the no tick zone. So you saw the very first rock of the yellow stones there of the game. It was not touching the center line. So that means that the red rocks can tick that rock open. However, had that rock been touching the center line, red rocks are actually not allowed to move it off the center line anymore. So you're not allowed to make contact. The curling game has just gotten so much more skilled. So we're seeing continual changes and challenges for all positions.
And for everybody out there, that's why we have Lindsay in the booth here today. She knows the rules better than anybody. Ran the Lloydminster Curling Center for quite some time. Has been involved in the curling club since she was born. Her mom, Lori, and her dad, Dusty, do a great job here supporting the events. And
I jokingly said that we hold our family reunions here.
there you go.
It's a pretty good shot there from Colton Lott.
Great shot, Colt.
Good shot.
Nice for that shooter too to still trickle around. It still might be
Can I get
fourth
that,
shot.
Beach?
Nope, third shot just confirmed by the players. So Dunstone sitting 1-3 right now.
Yeah.
And here comes Mike Henricks.
45.
Heck of a shot. Lively rocks. Very lively.
Lively rocks. That said, we've got John Wall in with us actually this weekend. So he's come in all the way from Ottawa to help out our ice makers, Brian and Graydon. Just getting these conditions the best that we possibly can. So it's so nice to hear that positive feedback from the players. Thanks for being here, John.
What last night you were out with the junior development camp? A great experience. We had over 60 young junior curlers out on the ice. What were your thoughts on the ice and the feedback from someone who curls here quite a bit to what these guys are playing on here this week?
You know, I snuck out yesterday afternoon actually, and I got to get my own practice in here. You can't miss out on an opportunity for really great conditions. We usually have great conditions here, but something to make it more arena-like. It was a lot of fun to throw, and it just beautiful. The rocks are faster, I believe is what he said. He took a little bit of the edges off of the rocks. For those of you that are technically minded out there listening, so they're faster, and it's curling a little bit more too. So we already have a really well-kept facility, and we're just expecting excellence from it out here today. Oh, this is curling. Holy, great sweep.
Good sweep by the front end there.
Great sweep.
Okay, Colt. Throw.
Well done. Great shot.
Really nice. Dunstone line 2 right now. Libbus calling that hit and roll. Yeah, that was so much fun to see all those junior kids out last night.
That ran nasty.
So
Super. You know, I love seeing the kids, but what I love seeing more is all the teams coming together.
yeah.
Right? You had team parents out on the ice. You had Team Goskins
Yeah,
who
we
are
have
here
Team
from the
Libbus here
Netherlands.
that we're watching right now.
Right?
I got to work with Nathan actually doing some video analysis for the kids.
Yeah.
Thanks Team Botcher for organizing that.
Yeah.
Team Retornez was out doing some fun shots. I heard thunderous applause from that sheet of ice. I'm sure all the kids came home with such good positive information that they've learned. And you know, nice to get some feedback from some of the top teams in the world. There's no other sport that I can think of that brings your A-list players that come in and freely give their time like curling does. So we thank all the teams involved for being part of that.
Yeah, not very often as young curlers or young anything in this world do you get the opportunity to rub elbows with people that have played in the Olympics, world champions.
Yep.
You know, the number 1 team in the world right now, Team Retornez, is here this week, and I can second there was a lot of cheers and a lot of stuff going on over there that I don't think was actually planned, but those guys were having a great time.
No, it was so authentic. They were so pumped for all the kids to be making great shots, and it was so much fun to listen to it.
BJ Neufeld here with his first shot. What's the shot here, Linz? What are we seeing?
We're going to see a little hit and roll from BJ.
Whoa!
Okay.
Now, BJ, obviously one of the best thirds in the world, has formerly with Team Jacobs, playing out of Northern Ontario.
Spent some time with Kevin Cooey, some time with Mike McEwen.
Yep,
A
it's
very skilled player, and here's why. Here's a great example of why.
and a true shot maker. Just a true shot maker.
Good team player too. This is a nice squad, this team Dunstone.
Now, Team Dunstone, Matt used to play out of Saskatchewan, correct? I'm pretty sure Matt played out of Saskatchewan. Now he's playing out of Manitoba.
Yep.
So when you're going into an Olympic 4-year Olympic run, how do these guys make their decisions on where they're going to play provincially, and what are the rules that they have to abide by?
Right. So you got to have 3 out of 4 of your rosters be living in the province that you choose to represent, or you can have the birthright there. I believe Matt himself is actually out in BC right now and lives out there. But since he's born in Manitoba, he can now play in Manitoba. So that birthright rule is what they're calling it. So
then you being in Lloydminster, Alberta, Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Born and raised here in Lloydminster, Alberta, Saskatchewan.
Yep.
The hospital's in Saskatchewan, so that qualifies for you to play in Saskatchewan. But you live in Alberta.
That's true.
So you can play in Alberta. There, the border city, gotta love it.
Now the other exemption is proximity rule. If you're within 20 kilometers of a provincial border. Fortunately, my home address is within 3 kilometers.
There you go.
So I'm good.
Yeah, for those of you listening on the broadcast, Lloydminster is Canada's only border city.
Only one.
The Alberta-Saskatchewan border runs right through the middle of it, and a very unique city, bi-provincial, which is fantastic. But lots of fun here as BJ gets ready to throw his second shot here in the first end.
Let's watch this double here from BJ Neufeld.
Guys are on it early here.
Chase that up.
Chase that out.
Good.
Beautiful. Gets a little flop in behind there too. Just sit side by side. Made maybe just a little bit of a pocket for Team Libbus to draw down to.
Obviously, Team Libbus not having the hammer here in the first end, trying to force Dunstone into one here. Obviously the chess match within the entire game. So being a player like yourself, Linz, do you, when you get to that 8th and final end, do you prefer to be the chaser or do you prefer to be the leader?
Oh man, I always like having hammer. I like making sure that we get the chance to throw the last rock at the end. So even if that means that we're down on the scoreboard, my preference is to have that hammer. Now, these teams have done extensive work and they've all played together for many, many years. So you figure out what works best for you. Are you better to steal? Are you better to score? And you work with that and you kind of format and shape the whole game so that you have that advantage as it works and applies to your team for that last end. All right, we got Nathan Molberg throwing the freeze. We're hearing lines good right away. Sweepers like the weight. They're not panicking on it.
Trying to sit right into that pocket. Am I right, Linz?
That's it. He's now sweeping it to curl. Look at that. It's got to get to the center line.
Wants no bounce. Wants to freeze tight here.
Beautiful shot from Nathan Molberg. Very good. All right. Matt Dunstone.
Not gonna go anywhere.
Now, obviously for Matt, he wants to find a way to score 2 here, right?
That's right. Yep.
So when you look at this, what options does he have here so he can find a way to get his 2?
They're indicating just to push it back a little bit to create some space. Like we said, there's a bit of a pocket there that the Red Rocks created.
High, Matt. Looks like
Sliver high. Yeah. As long as we stay for shot, he's got to hit it.
Yeah, I think sliver high is what we're looking for.
Sliver high with peel. Yeah.
Sliver high with peel is going to definitely move those
I can't see
Ted
this doing much.
Red Rocks out of the way there. What they're counting on is that rock on the right-hand side, the red rock, to stick around to be their second point. That's why he's saying got to stick the shooter.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think the yellow goes, but
Yeah, you can kind of wait for him to go. Really control.
At this point, they've seen enough rocks in this path too. He's got a good read on it. Don't think the yellow goes, but let's see what happens.
Matt Dunstone, first shot here in the first end.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Park! Park! Park!
Gee,
Shot and
shot.
flash,
sure does go. Great shot.
and currently sitting
1,
2.
2, 3, maybe 4,
Maybe
Kyle. Holy
wow.
cow. A little tough to tell with these outside biters here, but it looks to me like it
3 for
might be
sure.
4. Yeah.
What a shot by Matt Dunstone. Now, final shot for Team Libbus here as they try and sort out a problem. Now, at this point, it's limiting damage, right?
And now that's it. He's looking to eliminate some stones. You know, Nathan Mulberg made a beautiful freeze there, but gee, what lively stones they had. Matt Dunstone able to remove all those rocks. Nathan looking here just to get rid of 2 rocks.
I still think, just based on
Get your shooter in a good spot.
like I'm seeing you like, what do you think of like normal, like pretty good on the edge? Like I think control we might be guessing a bit.
Yeah.
Final stone here in the first for Team Libbus.
Like your back 8 one didn't go nuts.
Looks like they're trying to take out 2 possible rocks here. Here we go. Final rock, Team Libbus.
Curl. All right, able to eliminate 2 stones, leaving Dunstone shot rock, and then his own shooter just half open. Pretty good shot, as good as he could have made it.
Drawing might be smart here. Edge of 8.
All right, so Team Dunstone shifting gears here,
So
trusting their draw weight, saying,
Shot.
oh, he's second shot.
they clearly don't feel that they have third, right?
That's
Just a
right.
total
So
guess.
they're going to just come down for the 2.
The problem is, yeah, you ever played the hit and chap off that top yellow one?
Can I think same as draw to the button, never less kind of thing, or never less?
Well,
Okay, here it is, coming up for that draw for 2.
30 is probably good then.
final shot draw here in the first end for Matt Dunstone. You get his 2 and move on to the second. What kind of time would we be looking for on this draw, Linz, on this ice?
14-4 was his draw to the button coming home. Perhaps similar.
Are you
They-
really heavy?
They haven't touched it.
Leaning now. He needs full 8 to score 2.
Gonna get a touch.
Crashing on his own. Smart call.
Sits for 2.
13-5-6.
So he was definitely heavy.
Yeah, great. That's just a
Good call. Good call.
So, end of the first end, Team Dunstone finds their 2 as we move on into the second end.
gearing up here. That's where the player like BJ Neufeld so good. Hears from his sweepers that rock's just a little bit heavy. Calls them to sweep it so that they do make contact and ensure they get their deuce. Great playing. That's a
The
strong
eight's for
start.
sure moving.
And now it's time to discuss stones. Talking about what they see as they get ready for that second end.
So for Team Dunstone, they got here yesterday. They were practicing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're coming in for an early practice session to get ready for the week, would you try and hit all the sheets and get a feel for all of them, or do you kind of pick the couple that you think that are going to be the hot ones and
Yeah, as
and
many
go
as
from
you
there?
can. They're going to take a look in advance too, and they knew what sheet they were playing their first game on, so it was smart of them to come on into sheet 4 here and get a good read of the ice, and then if time and fatigue permits, then go ahead and take a look at the other sheets.
So obviously these teams, Linz, for them to be able to go and play in all the events they do throughout the year, they all have tremendous sponsors. So Team Dunstone, some of their sponsors that help them get around throughout the year, Kyoto Tractor, Makwa 7, Brogan Fire and Safety, Huron Window Corporation, Hardline Curling, Cutter and Buck, law offices of Jasmine Grazi, Grazi Harden, and Royal LePage. Thank you very much to those sponsors who allow Matt Dunstone and his team to be able to be here in Lloydminster this week playing in the Astec Safety Challenge.
Yeah. And then I see Team Libbus here is also very well sponsored, and we want to recognize their sponsors. They've got PTW Canada, Mayfield Dinner Theater, Robertson Bulk Sales, Assure Occupational Testing, Jazzyco, Eye Health Center, Advantis, Isaac Physiotherapy, Goldline, and Doubletree West Edmonton. So again, thanks to all those businesses. Curling is only made possible at this high level by the support of the community, and that's all these sponsors here. May as well shout a thank you to Astec Safety while we're here.
Yeah, and obviously the local committee here in Lloydminster, Astec Safety Incorporated, and the presenting sponsor Wild Rose Pump and Compression have been a part of the curling world for a long, long time. Long-time supporters of Kevin Cooey, Kevin Martin when he was playing.
Yeah.
Those guys were huge. And we'll get in throughout some of our other sponsors throughout the course of the day. But I do want to mention for anybody that is looking to come to Lloydminster this week and you weren't able to get any tickets, the Lloydminster Exhibition Association is hosting a family-friendly patch over there on Friday and Saturday. The games are going to be streamed live, and you have the opportunity to rub elbows with some of these players. They're going to pop over when they're not playing. There's going to be some other curling games set up over there. You might find a cocktail or something over there as well. And an opportunity to take in part what's going on over at the Lloydminster Exhibition. We want to thank them very much for their support of the event and also helping the catering here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center as we brought Jim Armstrong back over, who was a staple in this building for a long, long time. And the food has been fantastic here so far. And, what's curling all about? Having the social side, great meals, maybe the odd beverage, non-alcoholic sometimes.
What you can't see from the live stream right now is what's all going on behind. We've got such a great crowd of people. I see a ton of friends sitting together enjoying a lunch now. It's the lunchtime hour. So what a better way to spend your Thursday afternoon than coming on down to the club?
It looks like not many people in Lloydminster work.
You know what?
Like-
I wouldn't say any names because maybe they called in sick today.
They might have. Yeah, we won't call anybody out here on the broadcast. You people are lucky today. Lindsay's got your back.
Yeah, I got you. You come on down to the club here and I won't tell anybody.
So what do we got set up here in the second end, Linz?
We got a really great setup here, looking good for both teams actually right now. Talking about that no tick rule, Team Dunstone. Ryan Harden was able to put that center guard on the center line, so Team Libbus is not able to touch that and move it until after this rock here is thrown.
So with the no tick rule, obviously brings a completely different strategy into the game, correct?
So we go back to not having hammers, so sometimes it does make it a little bit easier to steal now that you're not allowed to tick those rocks out of the way. So these teams are practicing that perfect draw to the top four behind the center line guard. And as we're seeing it, this is how it's starting to build up here. We're seeing a lot of attention now to the center of the sheet. Here comes Mike Henricks. Again, looking to create some space here just to
create a little separation
open
between
up.
everything
Yep,
there.
that's right. A little jiggle it open. There we go. Even better, gets a nice inside flop.
So Dunstone's still sitting shot rock here.
They are, yep.
Now for Dunstone not having the hammer and you've got one sitting in tight like that, is now where you're at a point where you're trying to cover it up and take some holes away?
Nope, not just yet. He just called T-line, so now Dunstone is calling the tap jiggle shot here for Colton Lott to play. So hoping to use this shooter that's coming down in a good position for them to utilize later on. He's going to throw T-line weight and just open it up a little bit. Move things around and make the angles a little nicer for themselves.
Clean. Clean up.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good, Cole.
All right, that's a very usable stone for Team Dunstone sitting there at the top of the 8 foot.
Yeah, really good shot.
Team Libbus looking to use his corner guard.
Great throw. Very good throw. Both were.
So
That's what I saw. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. On those lines, you can believe you can finish those throws off.
So Team Libbus wants to get this red one out of there.
Yeah, that's such a good rock for Team Dunstone that Libbus is saying, no thanks. We want to get this guy out of our way.
Does he want his shooter to stay?
He does. Yeah, he wants the shooter to roll behind that yellow corner guard. There's a couple ways to make this shot really good. You can get a big roll and just chip it out, or you can get more of a hit it a little thicker and kind of move things around off the button. Oh, gee. Okay. Didn't quite curl up on him as much as he wanted it to. But that moves Team Libbus to shots 1 and 2 right now. Dunstone is shot rock at the moment.
Looks like he's going to come in with the freeze on top of that yellow.
Kind of giving a couple options there.
Looks pretty queued up. You can at least nut it here. You can look at it if you want.
He's saying to hit the red combo so that the
Not a big fan of this, because if he makes that, then
Looks like BJ is going to come down and take a quick look at this with Matt.
that's just it. Hey, getting a better look. It looks a little bit different from the hack.
Like that. What if we did something like this?
let's get it to there. If you over curl beach, just
Yeah,
make
if I over curl, then I'm
make just a straight bump even. So like a back 8 shot.
okay. Yeah, I'm into that. Back 8.
Interesting conversation. Two world-class curlers. BJ a shot maker. Matt's needing to know exactly what his guy wants to throw here. You agree with this decision, Lance?
Yeah, yep. Like you just said, there's a couple options there. If it's hanging a little bit, you're hitting that top red rock a little bit thicker, then it's going to tap your own red one back. If it's going to curl up, you're going to get it quite thin, and then you're going to get your own shooter rolling, and then punching your red back. They're playing a back 8 though.
Clean.
Looking to just hit and roll.
First shot for BJ Neufeld here in the second.
It's curling.
It is moving.
Let's see if Colton Locke can hold it.
Get that shooter off.
All right.
Okay, beach.
So plan A and plan B didn't work out in that one.
Now Libbus here with the opportunity to make this hit and roll. This is a different turn than we've seen so far this end. So you better believe the sweepers are going to be ready to go here in case that rock's going to move on them or need to move on them.
Big shot here for Team Libbus as they're with the hammer. First shot for their third opportunity to get to here in this end.
They're down.
Need a big shot here.
Look at it move. Really curling on him. Pretty good. Avoids the back.
Great tap. What a shot.
Libbus is now sitting 2. And
Team
push that
Libbus.
Dunstone rock behind the tee line. That was pretty key for them. That was a good shot.
We're high with the out.
Dunstone's got the double right back here.
Is this going to be more of a controlled weight, hoping to keep his shooter around?
I think he wants to keep a shooter.
Clean.
BJ Neufeld, his second shot here. Second end, Matt Dunstone calling the boys hard. Caught it a little thick. But Dunstone's sitting 2.
Dunstone 1-2. Team Libbus shots 3-4. So calling to hit that out, punch their own yellow down behind the guard a little bit.
Big shot to set up an end where they can force Dunstone or be able to force their way into 2 here.
Yeah. Create an opportunity to score multiple here.
Exactly.
would be nice.
Go. No, looking for this rock to curl a little bit. Now straight. A little bit of a plan B there. The rock was just hanging on the line. They wanted to curl a little bit more, change the plan, and roll the other way.
So Dunstone getting ready to throw his first here. Sam and BJ figure out what the plan is.
Like half a rock or thin half.
Dunstone still sitting shot here, Kyle.
I think so, because
What do
I
you
think we're always just moving that, aren't we? To make this double
Yeah,
thick.
I mean, even if you just move it something like this, like
Roll on top of it even. Two very different shots.
as well.
That's what we can do.
Okay, well, let's make this double.
Okay.
I mean, this can work out really good a lot of different ways.
Yeah. So it's like a thin half to get it across the top.
Yeah.
See an intern.
Okay.
Can't see this doing a thing.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah. Yeah, it'll run right through.
Thin half, eh?
Yeah.
Great conversation there between
Skipper in third. Yeah, looking to make that
Thin half,
thin
big
half
triple.
double. Triple, pardon me.
Yeah.
probably a safe shot though with the first shot for Matt here this end.
Yeah,
Elimin-
absolutely a chance to move some granite around from him.
Eliminate two if you're able to catch the one at the back to knock all three, fantastic. But make sure you eliminate two here. First stone for Matt Dunstone here in the second.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Real close. 1, 2, 3. There they go.
And there they go.
Fantastic. Great shot from Team Dunstone.
What a shot.
Nice
by
read in that
Matt.
spot.
Now Team Libbus
Team Libbus.
trying to find a way to find 2 points here.
2 points with 2 rocks to come.
At this point, you
Calling
look
this
at
double.
it and go, hey, you know what? Maybe we should just get out of this end with a blank.
I think so. I think so. If he makes this double, it's looking like it might blank, unless he gets a fantastic roll here. But yeah, just a great shot there by Team Dunstone. Looking like a multiple for Team Libbus, and then he took care of any extra rocks in the house.
You know, for a team like Team Libbus, obviously a young team,
Hmm.
right? And getting the experience to play against a team like Matt Dunstone and rubbing shoulders with a guy like BJ Neufeld. You know, do you come into this game, do you feel that pressure of playing against a team like that, or
You know, I've seen this Team Libbus play some really big, important games and do very well. I think. Oh, let's take a look here. Just like that. Great shot from Nathan Mulberg.
gets it out?
They have been playing for a long time and a long time together too, but just so young, so optimistic for them. And then, like we say, they're from Okotoks, Alberta, so the future of men's curling in Alberta is so strong with a team like that coming up. And playing Team Dunstone and these type of caliber of teams only makes them stronger. So bright future ahead for Team Libbus.
It's like a firm control.
And Kyle, I'm old enough that I coached them at Alberta Rocks about 10 years ago.
Holy
so.
cow. So you're invested in
So
this game more than I think. Look at this.
Yeah, I've cheered for all the good shots, obviously.
That's
but
awesome.
nice to watch the guys that you coach, kids then, guys now, play so well, and always just cheering for the improvement of curling and watching it get better. So a real pleasure to watch them out today here.
Matt Dunstone here, his final rock in the second end at the Astec Safety Challenge. He looks to hit and stick. Gets a little bit of a roll.
A little
Not
flop
enough
behind
roll.
that guard, not quite. Still exposed enough that Nathan will be able to see it and blank his way out of this end. Just like you said there, Kyle. kind of get things queued up, looking good for you, and then just a fantastic shot from the other team. And okay, let's blank our way out of this end and start again here in N3. Both teams here getting a real good read on the ice conditions. I think both skips are calling a smart game.
Well, heck, if you think they're calling a smart game, then this is going to be a hell of a battle till the end. This is great.
We're going to have 8 ends of awesome curling. I just know it.
That's fantastic. Final rock here in the second end. Looking for the blank.
Nathan Mulberg. Nope. Hard Mike is the call.
Gets the shot.
Great sweeping.
Gets
from Mike
the roll.
Nichols. Kyle, tell him what the score is.
At the end of the second end, it is Team Dunstone 2, Team Libbus 0. We'll head into the third end right away, but we will break for a quick message from our sponsors.
2/3?
Nice.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path,
Tyler.
sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world, creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology, areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey, all part of what we do together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Hi there. I'm Joseph Rosenberg, the Contact Center Manager for Utility Safety Partners, and we're very proud to be a sponsor of the Astec Safety Challenge. Now, when you're competing in a bonspiel, you gotta dig deep and uncover what's buried and plan each shot. And in life, when you've gotta dig deep and uncover what's buried, well, you have to plan, and that plan needs to involve utility safety partners. When bumping that object in front of you is not an option.
Is that on or off the line, you think? I just touching. I had it. Yeah, I just want to make sure. I had it touching.
Yeah, so even if they accidentally touch this rock, it's like the shooter has to come off the ice and then the rock goes back where it is. So important for the skips to decide if it's actually touching the rock or touching the center line or not.
So back here, third end.
Oh yeah, welcome back.
At the Astec Safety Challenge, Lindsay's right into it, which is awesome.
Sorry, that was a great commercial.
We love having Lindsay's insight, and being able to sit with a world curler is such an honor.
I was watching the wonderful live action instead of the screen here. So you got Lindsay Birch and you got Kyle Mulligan. Happy to have you coming here from sunny Lloydminster, Alberta, Saskatchewan. Astec Safety Challenge. Draw number 2. Sheet number 4. Team Libbus versus Team Dunstone.
So a quick scoring update for everybody out there who's probably wondering. I know there was lots of people wanting to know if Team Mowat was going to be on the live stream today, but they're not. They're on sheet 2 right now, and after 2 ends against the local team of Armstrong, they're up 3-0. Team Mowat after 2 ends, leading 3-0 over Team Armstrong. On sheet 3, as the final rocks are coming down in end number 2, Team Pereira is up 1-0 over Reed Carruthers. On sheet 5, Team Parent and Team Cooey going at it after the second end, tied 1-1. And over on sheet 7, local team Carl DeConnick Smith versus Nicholas Edin from Sweden. Edin is leading 1-0 with the final stone just coming down right now for Carl DeConnick Smith. Trying to make a draw to get his 1. And it looks as though he will. So it's a 1-1 after 2 ends for Carl DeConnick Smith versus Nicholas Edin on sheet 7. But back to our feature game here, Matt Dunstone and Team Libbus, Jacob Libbus, going into a battle here at the end of 2-0 for Dunstone as we move forward with the lead throws here in the end.
Yeah, here comes Tyler Gritton. Looking at freeze. He made a great shot on his first one. Nice top 4 draw. Answered by Ryan Harden, freezing on top of that. So here comes Tyler with his draw on top of the Dunstone stone. Curling a bit, slowing down a bit. So with that no tick rule, We saw Tyler just a little light and tight, but they did not tick it off the center line. So the rocks can stay as is.
So you can move it on the center line, but you just can't move it off.
Yep. You also can't move it out of the free guard zone. So even if you tap it straight back into the button,
Into the rings.
yep, and it's still touching the center line, it actually has to come back. It has to stay as a guard. However, if it's your own stone, you can move it. Hence this call here. Here comes Colton Lott, looking to run that rock right back.
Please. Yep. Harder for light. Real hard. Hard.
Great shot.
Really nice shot from Colton Lott, leaving both of his rocks double guarded or guarded on each side.
Not his first time.
Nope.
Nope.
Pretty good shot thrower.
Pretty good shot
Pretty
there
good
from
shot.
Colton Lott.
Nice sweep in, a good team shot. That's what we like to see out here too. It takes 4 people to make a really good curling shot, and that's one of them.
So Mike Hendricks here getting ready to throw for Team Libbus.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to try another run back here.
Yeah. Just saw what that rock did. Can follow that path down. Seeing Team Libbus is down 2. I try to give himself a chance here to score 2 back. Didn't quite curl up as much as they wanted to, but deciding just to peel that guard off was just fine for a plan B shot.
Not every shot's going to be perfect, right?
That's right. That's
so
right.
having plan B and C in the back of your mind, who makes that call once the rock's released? Are the sweepers making that call with the skip, or has the skip got full control?
Oh, skips would like to think they have full control. Just joking. As a back end player myself, I like to think so, but no, it's all information forward. If the sweepers are telling you the weight is opposite of what you've called, then both the thrower and the skip and whoever's watching the line need to make sure that that plan B is in mind.
You know, at the end of the day, like you said, Linz, it takes 4 players to make a great shot. And for these players, they play, they practice, they do so many things together. They travel together. Obviously, there's a massive amount of trust that these teams have in each other.
Mm-hmm.
And without that, obviously, you don't make a great curling team. So, you know, the bonds that these guys have and the work that they do off the ice, which, you know, again, the sport of curling is no longer a sport where you do no workouts, eat, sleep, and drink whatever you want.
No, it's completely different. It's such a physical game now. Absolutely. And just looking at the athleticism of everybody out here on the ice, too. You've got your sweeping makes such a difference now. Your endurance and your strength training, that all is part and parcel. And the teams that are really good, you're going to see that. You're going to see the teams that have put in the work. And I honestly think that's everybody out here today.
Well, to be in an event like this, playing against the best in the world, you're not just coming in off the street and thinking you're going to throw down with Nicholas Edin, right? Like, this is, you know, Nicholas Edin is sponsored by the country of Sweden, and they pay for him to be a representative of their country going across the world playing at these high level events.
Yeah.
And you know, to be able to be on the ice with these guys and play against them is quite an experience. But these guys are world class.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're in the Lloyd area, you've got to get tickets to come on down here and see it. The stands has probably tripled in size since we first got down here. Again, I'm sure there's a few phone calls to some employers today, but it's great. There's a huge crowd here, Kyle. Hey,
it's awesome to see, and again, the fans make the culture and the environment, and it makes it for an enjoyable day, not just for us sitting here commentating, but for all the players. They feel the energy.
That's right.
And they see the people in the rink, and they want to perform.
That's right.
They're professional athletes. They want to perform at the highest level.
Yep.
So as we move into third shots here.
Yep, Zach Polyuk, here he comes. I'm going to open it up here for them.
Just the one to move.
Dunstone is shot rock right now. Team Libbus is second shot. Again, all those guards in the way are making it awfully difficult. to get any path here for Team Libbus to get a second rock in. So they're going to keep playing a couple peel shots here to open up a path for themselves. And of course, Team Dunstone's going to do the opposite.
Reset that
nice.
guard.
Yep, keep putting guards up.
Line's good.
At this point in the end, you're making a decision.
Find a bit of room. Line's great. Colton's rock. Colton go. Hard.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Good.
So Lynn's on that call right there. Matt tells Ryan to back off and says it's Colton's rock. Why?
Now, it depends what side of the sheet that you're on, and Colton was on the sweeping, or the curl side rather, so Colton is going to be the one to make the rock curl a little bit more. He's sweeping the appropriate side of the stone there for the rock to grab that pebble, and then allowing the rock to curl. Just in that last 5 feet after it hits its break point, the rock's going to curl up and be in the more desirable position.
Wow, big shot there.
Good here.
Tight guard on it.
Zach threw a good one. He's able to, the bonus there was catching the third stone.
Yeah.
Third shot rock.
Head you here. Same ice.
And open up that good path. So now Dunstone's looking to guard it up again.
Yeah, I think right there.
At this point of the end, the decision's been made. It's looking good for Dunstone for the steal here. So
And
he's got to keep making some perfect guards.
Obviously with throwing up guards, but basically what he's trying to do is make the scoring area very small, right?
That's right.
There's that
Yeah,
tight yellow guard there.
that's right.
Matt Dunstone here with his first rock in the second end,
It's probably like
trying to steal,
Mhm.
as they do not have hammer here.
Yeah, or at least make it very difficult for Team Libbus to score any points.
room. Line's good. Middle room. Colton.
So now they're thinking
Colton's rock.
it needs to curl. So Colton's going to be the one to curl that rock, sweep closer to it. Just watching the angle of his broom here.
Look at that finish. Wow.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's that sweep of Colton to carve it over at the end and allow it to curl up and finish. Skip Nathan Moberg here,
So,
evaluating his options.
Linz, when you're playing in a curling rink compared to playing on an arena ice, you know, we've heard a lot of the guys this morning when they in the first draw talking about how it's as close to arena ice as they've seen in a curling club. So, but what's that main difference? What is the difference for these guys?
Well, first of all, that's a huge compliment to our ice maker. That's what we want to see. So your arena ice is going to curl at least 6 feet, meaning if you're drawing to the button, you're taking the edge of the 12-foot. For
Okay.
most of, for club ice, probably see somewhere in the middle of the 8-foot. So maybe 4 feet of curl. And that's just kind of to accommodate all types of different deliveries that we have out there. If you have a softer handle, that means that the rock isn't rotating as much. That's going to curl a lot. So if naturally the sheet curls 6 feet, you might get 10 feet of curl with a soft release and a quiet rotation on your handle. Sometimes that gets a little frustrating as a curler. That means that maybe you're going to crash on some guards and whatnot. So usually club ice is going to be a touch straighter just to accommodate those softer releases. And yeah, to accommodate all types of curling abilities and releases that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we have Lindsay up here.
I was just going to say, it's pretty funny to watch these guys evaluate the ice here. I was just practicing on sheet 3 yesterday. My last league game was here on sheet 4. So pretty funny how my own teammates are talking versus how these professionals here are
Absolutely.
talking about it. Yeah.
Here we go. First skip stones for Team Libbus.
Looking for a double run or double peel here from Skip Nathan Moberg. 1-2. Right through.
Gets the peel of the 2. Sounds disappointed that his shot didn't stick around.
I think he was planning to hit it a little bit thicker, make the same result, but have that, like you say, have the shooter stick around.
You ever want to take a little less ice or?
So now for Matt, is he looking to guard up again, or does he look to maybe make things a little more difficult and bring something in?
I think that rock where it was before was just fine.
Same weight.
Same weight is what he's calling. They took a little less ice. so they don't have to call to finish it, curl it over at the end.
Pretty good.
Same spot's pretty good. We just heard from the man himself.
There you go. Matt Dunstone, final rock here in the third end. Looking to guard things up for the opportunity to steal.
Hey, Austin. Line's good.
Like you say, Kyle, now it's just a conversation from the house to the sweepers. And then decisions can be made from there. Just a little finish at the end.
So what does Team Libbus have here?
What do you like is the question. Look at this. He's looking at that angle run in right away. Angle slash.
Now,
he could also play the red-yellow combo, the double run, but that might ever prove to be trouble if you ever get it a little too high. So he's liking this angle.
looks like they're going to give her a whirl off this angle raise.
3/4 of the rock.
It's in the same spot.
High risk, high reward.
That's right.
Team Libbus looking to get 2 here in the third end, get themselves back into a tie game here with Matt Dunstone. Big shot.
Yeah, we haven't seen any rocks out here this far.
Be the only thing.
You got to think this is going to run pretty straight. Here we go.
Let's see what happens here. Nathan Mulberg with his last shot of the end.
Shots released.
Close, clean. Must be close. Here comes the sweep. Does he make it? Oh, just curled up just a little too thick on that one, resulting in a steal of 1 for Team Dunstone. They take the lead 3-0. Real close, Kyle. Real close.
That's, again, risk reward,
Yep.
right? At the end of the day, they're trying to get 1 or trying to get 2 points instead of trying to go for the 1.
Just a half-inch thinner, and he had it. It was really close.
And that's the beauty of this game. A great opportunity to try and get 2 on a very difficult shot. Not everybody has that shot in the bag. These guys are giving it a go, and again, didn't work out. But time to move back on. You gotta wipe that shot out of your mind and move on here as we move into end number 4.
4 out of 8 end games, right, Kyle?
I hope so. I hope so, because if they're playing 10, my bum's gonna be numb. Just kidding. Here we go.
All right, here comes Ryan Arnden with his first.
Once again, for those of you joining us on the live broadcast, we thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your Thursday afternoon. I'm sure some of you are at work right now playing this on your computer, so we thank you. It's been a fantastic start to the Astec Safety Challenge.
Kyle, what's going on here behind the scenes? What's happening? What's happening the evenings here in Lloydminster at the Astec Safety Challenge?
Well, obviously, the opportunities to mix and mingle with these guys is huge, and that's going to happen on Friday and Saturday at the Lloydminster exhibition. Family-friendly patch over there for people to bring your kids and enjoy the opportunity. Obviously, there's lots going on here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. We've got the food and beverage open, and it's fantastic having that going again. We've got the extra seating, and I'm sure there's some tickets out there for people to reach out and find somebody that has a couple extra ones. If you have a chance to get here to see this world-class curling, it's definitely worth it. But if you're not able to, live streaming it on your phone or on your computer at home while you're enjoying some takeout from any one of the fine restaurants here in Lloydminster, it's a great week of curling, celebrating the game, and it's a pleasure to be back in Lloydminster.
That's great.
Enjoying it here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center.
Now, you and I have both worked here in various positions. You in the golf industry and me in the curling industry. And how special is it for you then, Kyle, to see the facility being used to its full capacity again?
You know what? It's important. This facility is world class. You've got 8 sheets of curling ice here. You've got a world class golf course, one of the top ranked courses in the province of Saskatchewan. And it's an important facility for all of people in Lloydminster to enjoy and take part in. And it is imperative that everybody understands what kind of world class talent can come to this facility and enjoy it. And it's also open for pure recreation. If you haven't played the game of curling, or you haven't had an opportunity to be involved in it, there's lots of great programs that Lloydminster Curling Club offers for people to come and learn to curl, play in some mixed doubles events, which are way more fun than playing in the 4-person events. I think from what I hear, there's lots of people gravitating to that. Even in the Olympics, they have the doubles events. So
really taken off. Very athletic game, and you know what? And a lot of fun too.
And you know what? Maybe you have some body limitations, you're a little bit older, and you want to get back on the ice. There's still some seniors curling that's happening throughout the days. So fantastic opportunity not only to get out and play the game, but mix and mingle and socialize and enjoy the facility here in Lloydminster. It's special to be back, and more importantly, even special to see a vibrant community here upstairs at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center.
That's right. I don't know the final count here, but we've got a ton of volunteers. If you're looking around and you see on the live stream those folks in the yellow shirts, those are all of our volunteers that we have, and really well-organized committee. Big thank you to Astec Safety for coordinating this whole thing, including the volunteers. It's been a lot of fun so far, and we're only on the first day.
There you go. Yeah, first day. And you know what? Without the volunteers, these events don't happen. So thank you to everybody that has taken their time and donated it to be a part of the event. We appreciate it and all the great work that you're doing. So, and I know that all of the players, they don't get to play for $100,000 if you don't have great volunteers and great sponsors.
That's right. So we got Team Dunstone now.
Guard, because he freezes, and then I guess we're guarding again.
Bit of a long guard here that Team Libbus has set up. So Team Dunstone is planning to play down to that yellow stone in the house, just square on the tee line.
Hard. Back 12. Whoa.
Colton Lott.
We saw a ton of movement in this spot 2 ends ago. There it goes there.
So as the game goes on, Linz, as a player, do you find you get more curl happening throughout the course of the game, or because of all the sweeping, is it less?
That's right. The pebble will break down, especially with athletes as strong as these ones are. So that's why we need those good quality ice conditions. The best ice conditions will maintain their curl, but we will see it break down a little bit as the game progresses. So it'll either slow down or straighten out. See how ice maker John Wall, along with our own ice makers, Brian McClaskey and Graydon Lomas, have done the ice. We want to thank them for all their work too. It's a busy, busy time of year for them.
You know, and like you say, these events don't happen without great people, and those ice makers, I can assure you, have been putting in the work for weeks. It's not just something you turn on the lights and away you go. The preparation for this event goes back well before Christmas.
Yep.
There was freezes, there was melts, there was floods, there was scrapes.
Yes.
Lots of things happening to get the ice ready to go for this week. And
outside temperature adds a little bit too, Kyle. This is the coldest weekend we've had. This is the most snow we've had too in Lloydminster this year so far. So for sure we've got the best of the best here that's keeping their eyes on things to make the conditions as good as possible.
Colton Lott with his second here in the 4th end.
Mine's great.
Looking to bring this one in behind cover.
Yep.
Mine's good. T-line. It's always beach when you go. Top 4. Fight the button.
Here we go. Guys are going to drag it here. It's amazing what these sweepers can do. Good shot.
14-6.
We just saw the run double here from Mike Hendricks on his first. Here comes his second with a similar call.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like.
He's saying here he doesn't want to throw a pile of weight because he wants to hit that rock that he's contacting. So we're not going to see the hardest throw here. More about precision and where this shooter is going to stick. Yeah. Again, with ice this good, you don't have to throw a killer rock in order to move stones around.
Very good. You guys are not missing out-turn runs.
Looking for the run back. Gets the tap, gets the run.
Great. That back one was a bonus. That's just fine. This is really good.
Great shot there from Team Libbus. As we now move into the thirds. BJ Neufeld here for Team Dunstone. Looking to peel off that guard. Do you think he's going to try and take the double here?
I think they've called the run back.
Oh! No curl, I don't know.
And loses his own at the back.
Yeah. And what's more, he set up the that top rock there jammed and then rolled perfectly behind the corner guard there, leaving Team Libbus in a pretty good spot there. That's a bit of a tough miss here from Dunstone, but that's okay. They're up 3.
So big opportunity here for Team Libbus to split the house here.
Yep.
Create some separation amongst rocks. Make sure they don't have that double option there.
Opportunity is the word, Kyle. Here comes their chance to bring that deuce into play. Comes Zach Polyuk. Important draw here, looking to sit buried behind the corner guard. It's on the sweepers now.
Dragging it now. The guys are digging in. Lots of sweeping. Need to get this one under cover.
Keep going to bury, and they do.
Great shot. Great shot.
It's a good position too. Nice and even with the other yellow stone.
Key that they're even, right?
Yep. Yeah. Gets rid of that double. However, Team Dunstone, no hesitation, calling the run back. Here comes BJ Neufeld.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean! Whoa! Yep. Whoa! Whoa!
Matt calling him off.
Just missed. Ran a little straighter probably than he thought. Hit it higher than he wanted.
Being the first game for these guys. Not playing here all the time. Thinking it's going to be curling rink ice, not arena ice. Is that getting into some of the issues here we're seeing with a couple of missed shots?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's the first maybe 1.5 miss we've seen this game here. I think they're getting a pretty good read on everything. But just like everybody, right? You got to take a couple rocks in the path to make sure that you get a good read in this spot. And again, a little bit of could have been the throw. Maybe it was a little heavier than they wanted to. I don't know. But for sure, whatever you do, though, throwing as accurately as they do, you're always going to learn a piece of information from every miss there too. So perhaps if they ever to see that shot again, maybe they tighten up the ice a little bit or throw a little less weight, whatever that looks like for that team. The easiest adjustment they can make in order to make it better.
So for Team Libbus, what's important here on this shot? Where do they need to leave this rock so they don't leave themselves opportunities for Dunstone?
That's right, because we saw Matt make a huge triple back in the second end. So very deep, buried is where we want to be.
A chance, Paige.
Guys are calling it heavy here.
Haven't touched it.
BJ Neufeld here, going to try and sweep this one out.
Gotta sit and doesn't. It's a tough miss there from Team Libbus.
Tough unforced error there.
Mm-hmm.
Just for shot rock?
Yeah. Make that for now, then I go along on my next.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
So Team Dunstone now looking to pull the play over,
Probably a control weight shot, eh?
get buried, but not to the point where they're going to risk it all to
Control again?
losing the shooter. They're just going to hit and flop toward the center and bait Team Libbus into hitting and rolling away.
All right.
At this point, we see this call.
Control I gave you?
Dunstone essentially saying, hey, we'll give you 2, but no more than that.
All right, Matt Dunstone here. His first rock in the fourth end. An opportunity to get himself out of a bit of a jam here.
Whoa.
Calling the guys off it right off the get-go.
It didn't sound like he liked it from his hand.
Girl.
Needs it to curl.
Hard Colt. Hard Colt.
So now Team Libbus is shot stone. Now they have the option here. They could ignore that red stone and draw behind.
Hot shot, eh?
And some fire trucks running out there today, folks. This is a live feed with passionate curlers. You might get the odd fire truck. That's for Mike Libbus back in Okotoks there.
Yeah.
Our he commentated a few games and that was his key phrase. So hello, Mike Libbus. I know you're watching.
Yes, he was texting this morning.
Good.
I heard he was texting this morning and unfortunately not able to make it up.
Yeah.
But a huge supporter of the event. And
yeah, and his son Jacob is not on the ice at the moment here. But Okotoks' finest anyways, that's for sure. So Nathan Moberg electing instead to just make the open hit. A deuce here is great for Team Libbus. And they want to nose this rock, Kyle, instead of rolling. They want to make sure when Matt Dunstone goes to throw that he doesn't have a chance to roll easily and make their rock in a hard-to-get position. So they just want to sit. Libbus just wants to sit here nice and open.
big shot. First stone here in the fourth for Nathan Moberg. Just calling for the clean.
Now that's a smart call. We saw 2 rocks in this path from Team Dunstone, and both were a little straighter than each team wanted them to be here. So Nathan Moberg brought his weight down.
Middle rock's going to be close.
Very straight.
Yeah.
Very straight. Yep, that's what we're learning from this spot here.
So is Matt just trying to hit and stick here, or is he going to try and make the roll?
He's looking for this big roll here. Even, now he's thinking
Like a thick half, eh?
a thick half might be enough to pop that other yellow out. We know he can throw it hard enough and the rocks are lively enough that it, if he makes contact, then he can get both moving.
All right, big shot here for Matt Dunstone facing to his last rock of the end without hammer. Looking for the hit and roll and possibly rock these 2 out. Throwing a firm weight.
Call the sweep.
Knocks one out, not able to hold the shooter.
Nope.
So Nathan Moberg is going to have an opportunity for a draw for 2. Needs full house.
Just touch paint and you got your second point.
You know, and lots of people would say this is a safe shot. Not if I was throwing.
Oh, at this point, if you could just remember your fundamentals and take the whole situation out of your head, then you'd be really good. But that's what we see when these last rock throwers come in the hack. Just see that good big breath they take. There it is.
Routine's everything, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Preparation, routine. Lots of these guys just trying to visualize the shot.
Yep, like any shot in any big shot in any sport. Bring back to your fundamentals. Just make the shot.
For 2 here in the fourth. Nathan Moberg.
All right, it's up to the sweepers now. Just clean. There it goes. Catches that curl. Nice shot.
Great
to score
shot.
his deuce. That's it.
That's 2 for Team Libbus. At the end of 4, Matt Dunstone 3, Team Libbus 2. We will cut to a commercial and thank you from our sponsors here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Hydrate here.
2 yellow. Like even if it's did for a second, it could save.
The official soundtrack to Canada's only border city. 106.1 The Goat. Stay connected with MyLloydminsterNow.com.
Put death by rock and roll.
Cause I'm a Lloydminster legend. I lived them all day. Everything that rocks.
Time to rock.
106.1 The Goat.
And we're back here at the Astec Safety Challenge as we kick off the fifth end. As you saw from that commercial, the GOAT 106.1, great media partner here of the event. Gosh, Linz, I remember when the GOAT came to town.
Me too.
I'm a little bit older than you are. That I know. And I remember sitting in my car at the Lloydminster Comprehensive High School. We were all waiting for the GOAT to launch, right?
Yep.
And now you look back, it's been 23 years since they've been in Lloydminster. And that makes me really old.
Well,
so
I was also driving when the goat first arrived here. We all kind of laughed at the name, but I guess the greatest of all time still kicking around.
But huge
Great
thank
radio
you.
station.
Huge thank you to the team at the GOAT for your sponsorship and work during this wonderful event in the first annual Astec Safety Challenge here in Lloydminster, Alberta, Saskatchewan.
If you're just joining us now, we're in the fifth end of this game. We've got Team Dunstone leading 3-2 over Team Libbus. Welcome to Lloydminster, Alberta, Saskatchewan. Sunny Thursday morning, draw number 2 of the event. All the teams out here are still alive in the A side. Kyle, should we give him a quick run around the scoreboard?
I think we absolutely should.
All right, I got this one. Here we go. We got Team Bruce Mowat is leading 3-0 over our local Team Armstrong. We got Team Carruthers is up 3-1 over Brent Pierce. Over on the next sheet 5, we've got Team Ryan Parent is up 2-1 over Kevin Cooey. And then finally, Team Nicholas Adine is up 2-1 over Team Carl DeConnick Smith. You're joining us now in the fifth end. We see Team Dunstone is up by 1 with the hammer. Tyler Gritton throws up a centerline guard and draws right around it. That's a good start for Team Libbus. So now here comes Team Dunstone looking to follow that act around.
Sitting 3-2 into the fifth end here. Team Libbus without the hammer. What is the strategy here? Obviously, you're not thinking about the eighth end yet, but for them, they've got to find a way to sneak one here and steal, do they not?
Yeah, the scoreboard advantage right now is to Team Dunstone, being both up and having the hammer. A little tighter and lighter than he wanted to be, Ryan Harnden. Making contact with that centerline guard, as we talked about, that no-tick rule. The opponent's stone still stays on the center line, so every rock stays where it is. Team Libbus, a steal would be great here for them. Team Dunstone looking either to score here, or they can even get away with their blank of the end and carry their hammer into the sixth end.
Blanks are boring, though.
What's that?
Blanks are boring.
Oh, well.
We don't want a blank around here. We want action. We want rocks in play. We want big points, big shots, big takeouts. We don't want a blank. That's the last thing we want around here.
You know what? Oftentimes when we see this caliber of team play, they're making doubles and triples and run backs for their blanks.
That's true. These guys are pretty good.
It's not the Pat Ryan days, when they would just throw rock and takeout after takeout after takeout. And that's why these rules have often been amended for this, especially this no-tick rule too. We want a lot of rocks in play. Imagine seeing all 4 of these pieces of granite start moving. And they just might soon here. Again, Team Dunstone.
For now. I don't know.
Colton Lott getting ready to throw.
Not looking super usable, any of those stones for either team. So somebody's going to have to make a move here to open things up, and it's not going to be Team Libbus.
This one?
Yep.
Looks as though we're going to get some smash here.
Ask and you will receive, Kyle.
When the skip says he's not a whole heck of a lot sure, that means wipe him out.
Clean up the slate here and give us something better to look at. That's right. And here comes Colton Lott. He can definitely make this kind of a shot.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hard. Yep.
Good shot.
Pretty.
And there we go.
There it goes.
Shot.
Nice bonus of removing that shot stone belonging to Team Libbus. That blanks the canvas, if you will, right now.
Dunstone keeping things clean.
Yep.
better.
Comes Mike Henricks.
Now, is there a little bit of strategy here where Dunstone's saying here, I want to get to the 6th end with hammer?
Yep.
Is that start weighing in your head here? I want to get to the 6th with hammer.
Totally. We often see it's kind of a classic rule of the game there. In an 8-end game, the 6th end is all important. And, you know, you see different strategy changes here and this and that too, but that's one of those ones that 6th end is often very telling and the result of it too. So if they could keep their hammer in the 6th end, that's a pretty big advantage to them.
Hendricks here with a nice draw. Trying to keep it just above the button.
Yeah.
And under cover.
That's
Just
right.
about half covered right now.
Now on the other side of that coin there, Team Libbus
Just to the back.
looking to make the score a little closer than that too. So if they have the opportunity to steal, they've got a center guard up right now and a nice rock behind it. So it's a pretty good setup on their end of things too.
But again, important end for them wanting to force Dunstone into something.
Sure. If you can force your opponent here now to 1, being down 2 with hammer in the 6th end and getting a deuce, it's a great place to be as well.
Changes the whole game. Colton Lott here with his 2nd here in the 5th end.
Yep.
Straight, yep, straight. Hard.
Definitely some good curling. All about.
So both those scenarios, either the blank from Dunstone or the force from Team Libbus to force Dunstone to 1 is going to be pretty telling of how that 6th end is going to shake out.
It rolls away at all.
Just a matter of execution now, Kyle, and we've seen a bunch of it so far this game.
Execution at this level is paramount. Every shot matters from every single guy.
That's it.
And like you said, takes 4 guys to make a great end and to make a great team.
Here comes Zach Polyuk.
Looks like we've got good line.
Sweeping a curl.
Good shot. No roll. Sits right there.
Ah.
Well, once again, these events don't happen without great sponsors. We'd like to take an opportunity to present our presenting sponsor, Wild Rose Pump and Compression. Thank you very much for your sponsorship of the Astec Safety Challenge.
If you're just tuning in right now, folks, we've got Team Dunstone from the Winnipeg Curling Club versus Team Libbus from the Okotoks Curling Club.
BJ Neufeld here with his first shot of the end. Seeing if he get his confidence back here.
Just clean.
2 shots in the last end didn't go his way.
Go. Clean. Yep.
Looking to roll away with this shot, and he does.
All right.
So Team Dunstone looking to roll away with those hits, and Team Libbus looking to roll in with those hits. We'll see who's going to make it first. Pretty good make there from Team Dunstone. Here comes Zach 2nd, looking to roll in.
Nice finish there.
Trying to get the roll here under cover. Great shot.
Very nice shot from Zach Polyuk.
Now BJ Neufeld.
Yeah.
Just can never get it buried unless we're back 4. This one we can stay top tee.
Okay.
Team Dunstone switching gears a little bit here, looks like, Kyle. Looking to say, okay, if we're going to score here, we may as well get 2. So they're calling the draw.
Head, hard early. Hard left.
BJ Neufeld, 2nd shot here with Team Dunstone.
Line's good.
Calling for the draw.
Line's great.
Line's great.
Hit the tee. Line's great.
Line's great.
Go ahead, Pete.
Need the
Speed's
curl
great.
here.
a beauty
There's
shot.
a curling shot from BJ Neufeld.
Mhm.
Compliments to the front end.
Yep. Yeah, there's that team shot. Took 4 guys to make that one. Really nice.
13-8.
So what is the next shot here, Linz? Where
Mhm.
Team Libbus needing to force Dunstone into one.
Yep.
Just nowhere good to go with the out-turn.
Obviously, BJ just brought it around on the intern draw.
Yeah. We just heard one of the comments say, no, we're good to go on the outturn, but here comes Team Libbus trying that outturn. So let's see where this rock ends up.
Best shot. No.
Definitely the best shot.
Unfortunately, you do this, you leave Team Dunstone the same shot that they just played again, potentially, unless you can get pretty good touching that top bit of the button there and to become shot stone.
All right.
Here comes Nate Moberg with his first. It's Team Libbus. Team Libbus does not have hammer this end. Here comes Nathan Moberg, Team Libbus, first rock. Looking to bite the button.
Good. Tight, little tight, tight. Line's good. Line's good.
Line's good. Now can they?
Now it's up to the sweepers for the weight. Needs to sit. And it will sit just back button. Looks to me like Team Dunstone is shot. What do you think, Kyle? They sure are.
My eyes don't work well, but yeah, I think you're right, Linz. Looks like Team Dunstone still sitting one with the hammer here in the 5th.
I'm just glancing around at the other sheets here while Matt's sliding down here. I see a huge 4-ender from Team Brent Pierce from BC. He takes the lead on that game 5-3 over Carruthers. They just started the 5th end.
We're shot right now.
All right, back to our game.
Just want to bite.
Yeah, who cares about those other guys? Except you on the live stream, you folks probably care a little bit. But we're back here. Matt Dunstone, his first shot here in the 5th end.
He's got to draw with backing.
Want to see like a 35?
Matt Dunstone's first rock here.
Line's good.
And those big team shots.
Rib. Line's good. Line's really nice. Has to curl if anything. No, line's good. Line's good.
Your line's good. Now it's up to the sweepers. Make sure that speed is there. They've got it.
Gonna sit it right on the face.
Half the button. Really good.
Nice.
That's one thing we see this Dunstone team do so well is that information the whole time. We were just hearing a conversation. We hear the sweepers tell what the speed is. We hear the thrower give the feedback on what they've done. And we hear the person in the house narrating essentially the line and what's happening the whole time. So it's really great to see that. That's a good team shot. For any of you junior curlers out there watching this game, that's a good example of a nice team shot.
Team Libbus now. What do they got to do here?
Gee, they could play a similar shot, that kind of heavyweight draw to push that rock back. They're seeing something on the intern side here. Dunstone is sitting 1 and 2 right now.
How does he get? And if it's really good, he might be able to.
The discussion is, how does he get 3? So that says, well, we're okay to give up 2, but no more than that. But
You know, Linz, I'm looking around, looking at these banners, and there's a name that jumps out on the 99 Junior Men's Curling Championship, a personality for TSN Curling. I'm sure that guy's listening to this broadcast right now.
Gosh.
He's probably going to recruit us. But for those of you listening on the broadcast right now, Brian Mudrick, who is on TSN's Curling broadcasts used to be a junior men's member here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center.
That's right.
And won a junior men's championship in Alberta with Taylor Field, Roger Deeks, Dustin Levine,
And of course, Coach Tom McPhee.
yeah,
Jeez.
not that long ago, 1999. So,
No, just
Brian, we know you're listening, and we're thinking about you here in beautiful Lloydminster as we have the Astec Safety Challenge.
That's right too, Kyle.
Let's say he just caps it off.
All right, we see a pressure shot here for Team Libbus. Nathan Moberg's in the hack. He's looking to throw a draw.
It's just a throw.
Yeah, you won't be able to.
Little freeze tap. To potentially get second shot. Hopefully get first shot.
Final shot here for Nathan Moberg.
The over curl somehow.
I'm a little unsure of exactly what he's trying to do. Trying to buff it, freezing it. It's good.
Trying to bring this one in tight.
On to curl.
Needs it to curl.
Clear the guard. Tapping.
To me, is Team Dunstone still sitting 2?
Yeah, Team Dunstone sitting 1-2. I think that was his initial call. Tosser away. Just doesn't want to risk anything here. No real easy shot to get your 3, so don't risk it.
No.
Dunstone for sure sitting 1 and 2.
So Team Dunstone is going to get their 2 here in the 5th. Matt Dunstone letting one rip down to the end. Keep her clean, and that'll be the end of the 5th end. Here at the Astec Safety Challenge, Team Dunstone 5, Team Libbus 2, as we get ready for the 6th end. The all-important 6th end.
Yes.
Team Libbus will have hammer.
Libbus really looking to get that deuce here. And Dunstone just looking to keep it nice and clean for themselves. They've got a 3-point lead now, 3 ends to go. So Libbus is going to be digging their heels in pretty hard here to get their deuce in the 6th end.
Very important as these guys enter in the 6th. They need to find a way to score.
That's right.
They need to. Can't be a single. Single doesn't help them here.
No, we're going to need a couple points here. Still 3 ends to go. Both teams shooting really, really well. We're seeing some great shots here. We've got Team Dunstone here from the Winnipeg Curling Club, and we've got Team Libbus from the Okotoks Curling Club. At the Astec Safety Challenge here in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, Alberta.
And I'm sure there's people out there going, Lindsay, you can't be in Saskatchewan and Alberta.
And I would say, gosh, you're wrong.
You are dead wrong, folks. If you've never been to Lloydminster,
come to our city.
Canada's only border city. You can stand in 2 places at once.
That's right.
Hard to believe. But if you're looking to have a drink and you're 19 years old, you can drink in Saskatchewan. But if you're in Alberta, 18 gets you one.
That's right.
So lots of people from Saskatchewan slide over the Alberta side.
And now, fortunately, we do have the family-friendly, what are we calling it there, Scott?
We're calling it a patch.
We're calling it the patch. We're calling it the patch.
Yeah. Family-friendly patch over at the Lloydminster exhibition.
Perfect. And that starts when? When does that open up?
Opens up tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's open until 10 tomorrow night, and then it'll be back open from 10 until 10 on Saturday. So for those of you who didn't have the opportunity to get tickets, looking to take in a little bit of the action in a family-friendly way, and an opportunity to meet some players, get some autographs, get some pictures, stop over to the Lloydminster exhibition, sponsored by Synergy Credit Union. The all-important 6th end here.
Yeah, we see Team Dunstone went right in. They're up 3. And now we're seeing Team Libbus throwing that corner guard. Dunstone's going in again with their 2nd one. Now, it doesn't do Team Libbus any good to hit and stick that because you can just foresee how the next 16 rocks go. So they're throwing up the corner guard, looking to create a bit of traffic. But Dunstone is looking to protect that button.
Line's good.
Keep rocks in the house.
Room. Little bit of room.
You know, as I look over to sheet 1, Lynn's obviously, or sheet number 2, sorry. Team Armstrong versus Team Mowat. Team Mowat has an open hit for 3 here in the 6th end.
Yeah, pretty close. We just saw our local guy, Tyson Armstrong, really good draw, just chapped off of a rock that he was trying to avoid. Unfortunately, leaving the open hit here for Bruce Maud. Team out currently leading 3-1 at the end of the 6th end there. Nice to see some local teams playing here as well. We've got also Carl DeConnick Smith is up against Team Nicholas Adine. They're tied playing the 6th end.
Yeah.
That's a great battle there.
Yeah. Adine with the hammer in 6. But again, a great opportunity to for some local talent to play against the best in the world, and Nicholas Adine is definitely one of them.
That's right.
Halfway.
Is this the 4?
Halfway tight half.
2 or the 4?
We just saw Mike Robson throw over there, one of the coaches, and both of his sons, Jax and Barron, were in the junior program that we had last night. We had a nice junior curling clinic that was put on here by Team Botcher, and that was a lot of fun. We had, what was it, Kyle? 60 kids?
60 young juniors were on the
junior
ice.
curlers show up. Just a great chance here to learn from the best.
A lot of smiles last night from a lot of people.
Hey, line's perfect. Close, go ahead. Yep, yep. Let's go, both go hard.
Team Dunstone,
Shot.
great guard as they've got 2 sitting in the house here.
Pretty good. Very good. Yeah.
We're seeing Team Libbus has 2 corner guards.
Just get a corner cut off.
Looking to move 2 of those Dunstone rocks back a little bit. So calling a back line, draw, tap.
Good getting them on some intern stuff. They're eating that out turn up.
Nice little compliment there from Matt Dunstone. I'm not sure if you caught it there, but saying how well Team Libbus is throwing that out turn. So they're forcing them to the other side of the sheet, or forcing them to use their intern now.
The game within the game, the strategy
That's
within
right.
strategy, picking up on tendencies.
When you notice what your opponent is doing well, you want to make them do something else, right? So good. Just a good level of
A little bit of a
respect
tick
here.
there.
Oh, darn close.
Unfortunately, a little bit of a mistake.
We're seeing Dunstone still 1-2.
See, look at that.
Probably.
Look at that skip dig in there. Trying to get that rock out.
When you say it's an important 6 feet there from the tee line to the back line, and that's usually where we see the skip work their hardest, sweeping.
Don't say that skip doesn't work hard, eh? Look at that.
Sweeping.
Not only is he a great thrower, but what a sweeper.
That's it.
You could freeze the bats.
Now, this Dunstone's had a great season so far. They just won the 2023 Sioux Classic, Sioux Curlers Fall Classic, presented by Coyote Tractors.
So in a normal curling year, how many events do these guys typically play before they get to the provincial playdowns? Like, this season starts for these guys early in September, training starts in August, and they're pretty much every weekend
Until their playdowns in February. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this team in particular has played in all of the slams that have happened so far. Gosh, I don't know off the top of my head, Kyle, maybe 4. I want to say 4 have happened already.
Sure.
Maybe 5, and a few local ones too. They definitely want to go to some big high profile points competitions.
Good sweep, Pete.
And just map out their season to what makes sense mostly for all of them. Of course, these guys have jobs and families of their own too, and so travel is a big part of this. So they just want to intelligently plan their seasons
The lines are good.
and giving themselves the best chance to peak when they need to for their provincial playdowns. Really good shot there. We needed to make contact there, and Mike Henricks did. Everything was lined up and gonna queued up to jam anyway, but at least there's some separation from the rocks now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now,
So you got Dunstone here without hammer,
It's so easy.
but sitting 4 in the house.
and gonna bring another one in.
Yeah, a little bit of back to that respect for your opponent. He just said that this round the horn triple is so easy to make. So now he wants to get the angles in such a way too. It's a bit more favorable for them, although they're sitting really nice right now.
It's like that 13-8 stuff.
BJ Neufeld.
Line's good. Little bit for line, hard line. Real hard, guys. Hard! Hard!
We saw a rock earlier this end break hard in this spot, and this rock is following the same.
Again, that one really snapped.
I think they're seeing more curl there than they had in a previous end. So your comment earlier, Kyle, about what happens to the ice as the game goes on. Well, in this situation, we see a little bit more curl now, especially in that intern line coming home.
Now it gets interesting. An opportunity here for Team Libbus.
We have the local Lloyd team.
Yeah, trying to generate 2 points out of 4 rocks to come here for Team Libbus. So that's why he's not playing the hit here, just looking to sink in another rock, give himself a chance, create lots of traffic within the house so that they can queue up some angles for themselves and put themselves in a good spot here to try to get that deuce in 6.
But at the end of the day, he still has to find a way to create a hole for down the road and leaving a hole for that second shot.
Make sure he's got himself a way in for a second point. That's right, Kyle. Nice draw there from Zach. That's going to be good enough for a second shot from our point of view right here. Oh, thanks, Matt. Second shot right here.
Might still be the guard. Okay, replay that. You see in the guard? Sure.
All right.
Team Dunstone.
BJ Neufeld's second shot here in the 6th end.
Line's good. A little bit of room. No. Line's great. Bit of room. Colton a bit. Pass the curl. That's a really good spot. Whoa. Go ahead, hard. Gotta go. Right to stop. Hard.
Trying to drag this one in.
Nice pitch.
Good shot.
Really nice shot from
Seals
BJ.
it right off.
Yeah. Now Team Libbus has 2 pretty usable guards right now that they can run back. Now we've seen this team excel with a run back with this easy and medium type of weight here. So that's a good controlled weight that they have, and you're able to bring your sweepers into the shot a little bit when we call this a little bit down weight. So see here, Zach Pollock looking to run this Yellowstone back.
Looking good out of the hand here, Lens.
Good to the hand. Got to curl a bit. What's it gonna hit? All right.
What a shot.
Nice roll there too. That's a good shot. We leave Team Libbus sitting 1-2.
So, I mean, the only other shot would be to play this.
Look at that. Really well swept, well called, well thrown. Good team shot there from Team Libbus.
Now Matt Dunstone faced with a
That might be my draw.
touch of a problem. Looks as though they're going to go with a straight run back.
Yeah. Pretty much nose is what the call is from the skipper.
Right in the beak.
There's a little bit of separation between those 2 Yellowstones. They're not quite on top of each other either. So if he makes this right on the beak, as he says, we're going to see movement on both those yellow rocks.
First shot for Matt Dunstone. Coming at you here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Curl.
Curl early. Hanging a little more.
Rub on that would have been nice. Said a little rub on that would have been nice.
Right.
All
Well,
right.
just peels it off instead of making the run back. That's a fine tolerance of that shot, though. So now,
Millimeter past you at the end. Yeah.
All right. Team Libbus, big shot here.
Just always making this double.
now 2 rocks to come for Team Libbus, 1 rock to come for Team Dunstone. Where's the best place to be here with this rock?
Same one I threw.
I'm glad it's them on the ice and not me, Linz.
You doing much curling these days, Kyle?
Not as much as I probably should, but still love the game.
Yeah.
And
Now out in Calgary there, now that's where you're hanging your hat nowadays. You know that Calgary is hosting the Scotties this year.
they are, yes. In a
Yeah.
couple weeks, they're going to be at the Winsport Center. And I was over at the Winsport Center the other day as they're getting preps, getting ready to go. Going to be a great event down in Calgary, and Winsport always puts on a great event. Every time they have curling events there, it's very well attended. It's a great place to watch curling.
It's a lovely
And,
arena. Yep.
Always a lot of fun to go and watch the women's game. And there's been rumors that there could be a women's division next year at the Astec Safety Challenge. But I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. But there's been rumors that there
My
might be
gosh.
some female teams in this event next year. So
Well, whatever I can do to help progress those rumors, man, oh man, this is so much fun here. I would just love to play in it myself. So
I
I
and
think
again,
that's a great move for Astec.
I think we'll have to talk to some people, Linz. I think we know a few people there we might be able to talk to. But
Good. I think we can find them. Perhaps they're here today.
yeah, I wonder if we'll find those guys running around here somewhere.
All right, here comes Nathan Mulberg with his first of the end. Looking to draw.
Big shot.
Little tight. Mike Hendricks with the sweep. Oh, just by the guard. Great sweep. Now it's got to find the breaks. BJ
Needs to dig in
Neufeld
here. Needs to dig in. Oh, unfortunate.
got
not
by
able to dig
just
in.
Deep. Yeah, just deep.
But Team Libbus still sitting 2.
Still sitting 2. Yep. We have Team
Matt
Dunstone
Dunstone.
here, queuing up the double.
Thin half. I'm gonna throw the double I threw. All right.
Definitely going to put some pressure on Team Libbus if Matt Dunstone's able to make this double.
Yep.
In the all-important 6th end, as Lindsay said, Matt Dunstone here with his final rock in the end.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
And there's the double, and the shooter rolls.
Really good shot
Team
there.
Dunstone sitting 3.
So Team Libbus here getting forced to draw for their 1.
I good call.
Gonna need full 8
A little
foot.
bit of a different throw from my first one.
Now,
Got you,
as he goes back into the hack after throwing the last one through, what
think
goes through your mind here? Does it play in your mind?
Well, you know, for this thrower here, Nathan, I know he'll bring it back to his fundamentals in the, what was it, the 4th end there. He had the same draw path here to get his deuce. So hopefully we just able to take a big breath here. Just needs to touch 8 foot. 2 feet less than the rock he just threw. This is also a bit of a wider path for him too. So it's going to take a little bit of a team shot here, trusting those sweepers. Hear it tight out of his hand from the house. So the sweepers are knowing it's going to curl a little bit sooner than they think. Mike Hendricks is close.
Guys are really trying to drag this one.
Got to be full 8 for the shot. We got to be full 8.
They gotta go. Gotta go. And it's there.
Great sweep.
Good shot for the one.
That's a single for Team Libbus. Dunstone still leads 5-3 over Team Libbus at the conclusion of the 6th end. I think we got a commercial coming up here, Kyle.
I sure hope so. We'll see if Maz Entertainment's ready to bring us another great commercial.
Like people, business.
And we're back at the Astec Safety Challenge. Welcome here to Thursday afternoon. We've got for you the 7th end, Team Libbus versus Team Dunstone. Team Dunstone's leading 5-3, and they have the hammer here playing 7. Kyle, how are things looking on the other games?
Well, we have our first final in draw number 2, as Team Mowat has finished off Team Armstrong with a 6-2 victory. After the 5th end on sheet number 3, Team Carruthers is down 5-4. On sheet number 5, Team Cooey and Team Parent going at it, sitting at a 3-3 tie after 5. And on sheet number 7, our other local team, Carl DeConnick Smith versus Nicholas Adine in the all-important 6th end, tied at 2-2. Lots of action going on as we get here in the 7th. Linz, if you've got the hammer in the 7th end, leading by 2, are you trying to finish this off now?
I think if the opportunity presents itself to you, then absolutely. Getting a deuce here is a pretty great place to be. However,
Line's great.
if the end starts to shift a little bit and you notice that you're not going to be getting your deuce here, being up 2 with the hammer coming home into the 8th end is also a great spot to be. But the call here is to come on into the house. We're top 8 with the first one. It's a good spot to be here for Team Dunstone. Now Team Libbus is down 2 without, so looking to score, looking to steal here. So they're going to put a lot of rocks in play for themselves to create a lot of traffic. See if they can't get away, squeak out a steal somehow. Both teams shooting really well here on this 12:30 draw. Calling for the high guard now. Important for both guards to be touching the center line. It's a nice start for Tyler Gritton. Great pair. Team Dunstone's now going to choose to come on in.
Go ahead. Line's good.
Got Ryan Harnden.
Okay, line's great. Line's great. Line's perfect. Line's perfect. Get into here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Whoa.
It's a nice pair for Ryan, too.
That's really good.
That leaves Team Dunstone sitting 2 in the house. I think we're going to see a lot of great shots being made here this end.
Yeah, it's a big one, right? 7th end. Team Libbus trying to get themselves back to 5-5 with Team Dunstone. After taking one in the 6th, they're going to have to steal their way back in here into contention. Good shot in there.
Nice
You know,
one.
Linz, when we look around and we see all the people here and we see the curling ring look as great as it does here in Lloydminster, you know, I can't help but think of some of the guys and some of the people that have been a big part of the curling club for a long time. And when we used to put the ice in back a long time ago, Matt Brost, Howie Kayford, Ted Collins, some of these guys that were staples in the curling club back 15, 20 years ago. And I know that all of those gentlemen would be extremely proud of the event that's going on here this week. And, you know, I was thinking on my way up here this week, how great it would be to see those guys and how impressed they'd be.
You know what? That's such a nice thought too. I was thinking of the same thing here, just with the Wayside Classic that used to run here. What was it? 124 teams, and it was a week-long event. We've certainly seen such great curling in Lloydminster, and it's through the efforts of those gentlemen that you'd mentioned, and so many others too that have been really the heart and soul of this curling club. And it's been so much fun to be putting on those big events, and that's why it's so great to see this facility being used to its full capacity again. We want people to be here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. We want you out on the ice trying curling. We want you sponsoring so you can come in and enjoy your company name and the logo. And what's more is we want you to come out here with your family and come catch out some curling. So when we host these kind of events, it's so important for our community that you get back here and we create a buzz about the sport. Because curling only gets better as time goes on. It's so much fun right now. It's so much fun to be a part of it, whether you're playing it or watching it or what have you, volunteering at it. So what a great opportunity it is to have the Astec Safety Challenge here in Lloydminster this year. So really want to thank everybody involved for coming out, and we want to thank these teams for playing in it. And thank you for watching this. Thanks for being part of our viewership. Come on down to the club here. The bar's open.
The bar's
The
open.
bar's open.
Good shot there from Colton Lott.
Yeah.
You know, once again, Linz, these events don't happen without tremendous sponsors. I'd like to take a moment to run through them. Wild Rose Pump and Compression, the presenting sponsor of the event. Utility Safety Partners, It's Time Promotions, Musgrave Agencies. The VIP Sponsor Lounge is done by MNP. The Arby's Fan Zone, L&L Oilfield, Fountain Tire, Canadian Angus, Boundary Forward, the Lloydminster Exhibition Association, Bar Engineering, Industrial Scientific, The Tent Guys, Jason Arden and Associates at Cooperators, Velocity Truck Centers, Strathcona Resources, Bandit Energy, T-Bar 1, Kelro Pump and Mechanical, Vexen Construction, RL Electric Motor Rewinding, Synergy Credit Union, Gold Horse Casino, the media partner, the GOAT 1061, our hotel partner, Border Inn and Suites, and obviously the host club, the Lloydminster Curling Club, and the City of Lloydminster. Thank you to all of those sponsors for your sponsorship of the Astec Safety Classic here in Lloydminster. Now, what you really want to get back into is the game. You don't want to hear me talking about that stuff.
No, we sure do. It's so important to mention that. I'm just seeing this game here is we're seeing some peels didn't quite go the way that Team Dunstone wanted to. So this end is far from decided. That's for sure. We see BJ Newfield with his first at the end.
Clean.
Peel off this yellow stone.
Yep. Good. Shot.
There's
You
some
admitted
rocks. Oh, go ahead.
BJ probably hasn't had his best stuff today. Couple shots that have gone wayward, but again, when you need him, there he is. Great peel, setting things up here for a very important end for Team Dunstone is with the hammer here in 7.
You know, that's one thing that when these teams, they do so well too. Maybe the shot didn't go quite how you wanted it to, so you miss your shot, and then you think to yourself, what can I do then to contribute to this team and to be the best player that I can be? All right, so maybe it's my turn to sweep now, and I'm just going to sweep the hardest I can, communicate the best I can, and of course, nobody ever means to miss a shot, but when you can pick yourself up again and think, how else can I contribute to this team now, so we can finish our job in this end, and gear up again for the next end. That's truly the mark of a great player, and that's what we're going to see a lot of too from a lot of these guys out here today.
Well, and in these events, you know, when you could play upwards of 10 to 12 games in a weekend, you're not going to have your best stuff every game, right?
No. Yeah, you go. Happiness is a short memory, and I think that applies to a lot of things, but particularly in curling.
There you go. All right, it's Team Dunstone here. BJ Neufeld with his second shot here in the 7th. Matt trying to figure out what his next play is.
Really tough to me.
Kind of tapped a few options there.
I don't like the way it chisels the guard either. Yeah, that's true. True. This with hack. Okay.
Team Dunstone still has the hammer in this end. Sometimes it's best to come on down, take a look at the angles for yourself.
Double pretty fit, eh? Probably shot it.
That with hack.
Just looking at the hack weight, hit and roll.
Like right here with hack.
And that's all it takes, Kyle, sometimes. Rather than yelling 150 feet at each other, just head on down there, have the quick discussion.
Now, if these guys were playing with the clock,
Mm-hmm.
some of these discussions we see happening wouldn't happen, right?
I think, and then they're strategically placed, those discussions. They are important to have, but oftentimes we see our teams save that time for later on in the game where a little bit more important, if you will, shots come into play.
Clean. Whoa. Ah.
Do you enjoy playing with the clock when you're playing in your high competitive events? Do you prefer the
Sure.
clock or not?
Sure.
Yeah?
Get used to it enough, and then it doesn't really matter to you.
Good shot there by BJ Neufeld.
Good shot.
Team Dunstone sitting 2.
The initial call here, Team Libbus. Play the double and roll up.
Holy crap. Lindsay, Lori Makachuk's graced us with her presence here in the booth.
Oh, my mom's here.
My goodness
My mom's here.
gracious. Well, it's all your daughter, not me. I can tell you that.
Folks, it doesn't matter how old you get. A mom's always a mom. Hey, always cheering you on. Doesn't matter if you're on the ice or yakking about it from behind the glass.
Your mom came. Mine hasn't come up to see if I'm even alive. So
She's probably
there you go.
She's probably mixing you a drink or a sandwich right now.
No, I think she's down in the VIP lounge somewhere sipping on something. But
You know what? That's good for her. That
but
sounds
good
about
on her.
right.
That's a
Actually.
good spot to be. You know, and how often do we say this in Lloydminster? It's warmer in the curling rink than it is outside today. So it's a great day to be at the curling rink.
That's it. Come warm up in the curling rink.
All right.
Just fine tuning here, the broom placement and the weight choice. Here comes Nathan Mulberg with Team Libbus first rock.
Clean. Whoa. I think what he's trying to do is keep control. Clean.
Line looks good.
Touched his own first there.
Cleans it out.
That's it. We have no rocks in the house. Needed it to curl up just a shade more in order to stick it around.
Ever go here to try and get a blank?
Mm-hmm.
So in the 7th end, sitting with the hammer, nothing in the house.
12, right?
Got to be thinking Dunstone wants to run away here. Oh my God! Now my mother shows up.
Oh, there she.
That's a problem. She wasn't in the patch.
No, she wasn't.
There we go. She's been found. It's like, where's Waldo? Yeah.
Now your mom and my mom are standing arm in arm here at a dangerous distance away
That's
from
scary.
the bar here.
That is scary. Yes.
I don't know. We'll see what happens here in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll be carrying them out of here.
Now,
Into this.
You got to be thinking blank here for Dunstone. Going to the 8th with hammer. Is he going to try and get one here?
I think that's what their discussion's been here. I think if he can sink a good one.
We know.
Taking a bit of a gamble
I'd actually
here.
probably like to do this. Yeah, we can go out turn wide open. Yeah.
So
Give me that same yeah.
Going to go play in some ice that
Just
they
gonna
haven't
out
played
turn
in a
that
while.
wide open.
pardon me, sorry.
What's he trying to set up here?
Yeah.
I think that was their initial discussions. If he can, okay, hold on.
If we throw that with the intern. What? Throw that with the intern. Just so we can't make that hit and roll. Like get way over though.
Yeah, get over buried so that
Like
Team
this.
Libbus has to play the outside hit,
Like get way edge of 8.
leaving
Like this.
Matt then an easy peel out for his blank.
Like over here?
Even more. Like as far over as we can get.
Sometimes those just over the hog line guards are pretty tricky to navigate around. So just find the best way. Because he wants to poke out on the outside here.
Like on the
Yeah.
side of the guard.
Just because if we throw the out turn here, it makes us hit and roll under to force it easier, right?
Yes.
We could throw out turn over there.
Or that's fine. I don't know. Like where you think ice for? Like here?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, no, like past this side of the guard beach.
That's what I was
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, then I don't mind that, but I think you're gonna be here at best. But that's fine.
Try and get it back 12. Go back 12 with it.
Well, I don't want him to throw this draw either. Like D-line.
T-line.
And this is a great discussion too with these guys. So Matt's already thinking, okay, so we put a rock in the house. Nathan's going to nose hit. Then Matt will come back again. Easy peel. But to BJ's point there, if you just go back 12, then you can make Nathan's draw something wrapped around to the corner on his out turn side there. Nice and easy, makes it a really good one. Then all of a sudden Matt's getting forced to 1. You don't want to be forced to 1 here. You're either looking to blank or take 2.
Little room.
Looks like Team Dunstone's committing to the blank.
Need this to dig in here if they want to be top 4.
Mm-hmm. And curl. They didn't want to leave the easy hit and roll for Team Libbus either. So there, it'll poke out the other side. Back 8. So now Team Libbus has a decision to make here. Are we going hard for that steal? Can we outdraw that is the question that they ask.
So for Team Libbus, does he want to come down and sit on that so it isn't an easy peel? Or does he want to put it somewhere else in the house and try and force a draw?
Yeah, you could follow down what Dunstone just played.
His draw has to be
Or you could hit and roll. Hit and roll is going to have to be pretty perfect. So now there looks like that's the ice then just to draw behind the corner guards. He's thinking that he can outdraw that stone that Matt just placed at the back, and that this draw that he's going to make is going to be good enough to steal a point or to force Dunstone to 1.
play the flank. I mean, I think that's smart, right? You play the guard, play the draw.
We ever chose
Big shot here for Nathan Moberg.
Hmm.
Yeah. That was probably close to 13.5, I guess. Good. Yeah.
Looking to be as buried as possible here too. Top 4 T-line, somewhere in that range. It's great as long as we're as buried as we can be.
Nathan Moberg. Final shot here in 7. No hammer. Needs this to bury.
A little tight, little down is what we hear. Gonna hear that call the sweep right away. Tyler Gritton. Got to be full 8 to be shot.
Carry this one.
Got to be full 8 to be shot. Can he make it?
Oh, that is tight.
Really caught the curl and a little bit of the speed too. It looks like it might be Dunstone with shot rock.
I think it's Dunstone and shot rock.
You guys want, what draw do you want? Honestly, I don't care.
What do you want? What do you want?
One? Same one, sure.
May as well. You just threw it. Smart call.
So Dunstone here
with
with
the
the open draw for 2.
You guys want same pass? Okay. I'll give you a
Full 8 foot for 2.
Yep. Already leading 5-3 with a shot for 2.
Matt Dunstone. The number 8 ranked team in the world.
And 3 in Canada.
3 in Canada. For the win.
Mine's good.
Here asking for the differences between sliver, air, or touch. Narrow guard.
Sweepers need full 8.
Mine's good.
Guys are cleaning it in.
Dragging it a little further. There it is. Top 4. That's good enough for 2 points. Dunstone takes the lead then 7-3 over Team Libbus at the conclusion of the 7th end.
Good sweep, Katie.
As these guys try and make a decision on what's next.
What's that?
And it
That'll
is.
be it.
They are gonna shake. Team Dunstone with the win here in 7 ends. Final score of 7-3. A great game here, Linz, at the end of draw 2. Team Dunstone moves on in the event, and we will definitely see them again tomorrow.
But a
Final
great
thoughts,
game.
Linz?
That was so much fun, Kyle. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody at home, for watching. Come on down to the Lloyd Golf and Curling Center and catch this action live. From all of us here at the Astec Safety Challenge, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday.
Thank you very
Next
much.
draw
Linz.
is 4 p.m. Grab a quick snack and come on back.
Let's go, lunchtime.
The official soundtrack to Canada's only border city. 106.1 The Goat. Stay connected with MyLloydminsterNow.com.
Put death by rock and roll.
A Lloydminster legend. I listen all day. Everything that rocks.
Time to rock.
106.1 The Goat.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world, creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology, areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey, all part of what we do together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Hi there. I'm Joseph Rosenberg, the Contact Center Manager for Utility Safety Partners, and we're very proud to be a sponsor of the Astec Safety Challenge. Now, when you're competing in a bonspiel, you've got to dig deep and uncover what's buried and plan each shot. And in life, when you've got to dig deep and uncover what's buried, well, you have to plan, and that plan needs to involve utility safety partners. When bumping that object in front of you is not an option.